Hello sweet friends and welcome to the TheReBookery channel. I am Gina and I am going to share with you guys today something that I have been working on for over a year. Okay, so let me show you. I'm super excited. A farm themed junk journal kit. Now, the reason why I say I've been working on this for over a year is because I had started with this really cool ephemera, probably actually, oh my gosh, 4 years ago. And ever since then, I was like, okay, I'm gonna do a farm themed kit. And so I've just, anytime I come across something that I could use in this kit, I've thrown it in this box, and I decided, you know what, now is the time. So I have spent the last week pulling stuff and making these kits, and I will tell you, they are super stuffed. Okay, so let me show you what you get. Okay, so there will be 14 kits. Each kit will have a children's book. It'll either be a little golden book or it'll be a Whitman book. I have one book that's neither a Whitman or a golden book. It's a different type, but it's a really cool one. Like, I've never seen it before. Okay, so the book will be in good shape. This is actually in really good shape, so it could be used for reading, or if you were like me, you would probably cut it up and use it for journaling. But you will have a book that is in good shape. All the pages will be intact. There is one book that is going to have something special on it, and I will make sure I show that to you before I get done with the video. Okay, so you'll have a book. Then you're going to have a little envelope that I've done some stamping on. In the envelope, there will be, first of all, on the envelope, there's going to be a vintage, and I don't want to rip it. There you go. It'll be a vintage farm sticker. And remember, guys, each one of these kits is going to be a little bit different. So it will have all the same components. In the Etsy listing, you will be able to choose your book, but then everything else that's going to go in the kit is going to be just a variation. It'll all be the same stuff. It just may be a different page from a book, or it may be a different part of a piece of fabric, or you may have a bigger piece of wrapping paper in this color and then have a smaller piece in another color. So it's all going to be the same. Everybody's got the same stuff. There's just a little bit of a variation. Okay, so in the envelope, you're going to have this string or this yarn, and this is really super important because there's something that's going to be included in the kit that you're going to want to use this yarn. And this is old. All of the yarns, they're different, and they are they're very old. And then I have put just a nice little, oh, I don't know, I'd say it's about, well, I think I measured each one of them. It was like ½ an ounce. So it was like 2 good tablespoons worth of some vintage buttons from my stash. And so then that will tuck inside, and whoops, you can use the envelope for journaling. You can keep your buttons in there. And then, like I said, there will be a vintage farm sticker, because I have tons of stickers, and so I dug into my stash. Okay, let's talk fabric. So in this kit, I went crazy with the fabric. Okay, so you'll get a 12-inch piece of this trim. Now, this is some needlework trim, and I kind of played on the yellows and reds, some like primary colors, blues, just because when I think farm, those are the colors I think of. So this is some really cool trim that you're going to get, and like I said, it's a 12-inch piece. And then check this out. So I put a square and a triangle, because, you know, I love houses, and I love using houses in my journaling. And so you'll have a fabric square and a fabric triangle that you could turn into a house, or you could do whatever you wanted with it. There's just going to be another little scrappy bit that was laying on my desk, and I was just like, you know what, that color is just too cute, so I put that in there. This is some of my favorite fabric. So this is like a denim, but it's a lightweight denim, and then these are fish, and I don't know how old this is. I'm gonna say it's 70s. I got it at a thrift store last year, and I actually used this fabric in some journals that I did last year. You will get some circles. These were from an abandoned quilt. Like somebody was making a quilt and they abandoned it. So I took them and I washed them and I have pressed them. So you'll get a calico, and it may not be this color, but you'll get a calico and 2 solids. Then you're gonna get, let me show you this because I love this one. So this is another piece of some of my favorite fabric. This is like a denim. Again, it's a lightweight denim, and it's not a blue, it's a white. And then it's got these really cool colors in it. So you'll get a scrap of this fabric. And then I don't know if you remember, but a couple of years ago, I went to Missouri Star Quilt Company. It's in northern Missouri, and I usually buy thrifted or vintage fabric, but this time I splurged and I bought brand new fabric, and I've been holding on to this fabric for far too long, and it's time to use it. So I've washed all the fabric, and I did not press it because I kind of liked that, because it was brand new fabric. I kind of liked that it was wrinkly and stuff. But I had bought a stack of it was nursery rhymes, and there was a Little Red Riding Hood in there, and the colors just really spoke to me when I was thinking of this farm theme, and the basket, like the baskets of food that she has. I just really thought this fabric kind of played on that farm theme and was kind of fun and just a little bit unexpected. So there will be 4 fabric scraps, and you'll get I made sure to space out the colors and the designs and everything so that you would get a little dabble of all the different designs in the fabrics. So yeah, lots of fabric, and I had so much fun pulling all the, wouldn't this be a cute little door? Like if you were making a house, I had so much fun pulling all this fabric. Okay, so there's your fabric. Now let's talk wrapping paper. So I went through my wrapping paper stash, and I pulled out wrapping paper that just kind of seemed farmish. And again, you will get a nice big stack of the wrapping paper. So these designs that are included, there are a few of the packages where the yellow sheet was a little bit shorter, but I compensated by adding a couple extra of the other sheets. So, but you will definitely get all of these patterns and designs. This one, to me, doesn't it look like wallpaper in a farmhouse? But just, I love it. Okay, so there's your wrapping paper, and I love journaling with wrapping paper just because it's so thin and so easy to, you know, like glue and tear. Okay, check this out. So this is a, do you remember the Paint with Water books? So this is a Paint with Water book that's farm themed. So you will get 2 pages, and I didn't pull them apart, but they're perforated, so you could easily pull them apart. 2 pages, and they will each have the paint, and they have not been used at all. These are brand new. This is new old stock. I've actually had this for 2 years now because I've been, like I said, waiting for this farm kit to get enough stuff to do this. So I found these books in an old Hallmark store that was no longer a Hallmark store, and so I bought 5 of these Paint with Water books. And so what I did was I just pulled them apart, and you'll get 2 pages in your kit, and they'll be all farm themed. They may be different ones than this. Okay, let's talk book pages. So there were some little golden books that I had that were farm themed, but the books were just not in good condition, so I was able to break them apart and pull a page from each one. So you'll get a page from, there were 3 different books I pulled from. So this is one of the books. You may not get this exact same one, but you will get a Golden Book page. And then I had this old, this is an old, I don't know, it's like a nursery rhyme book. And so the pages are just cut in half, and then you can get, there's images on one side, some of them are color, some of them are black and white, and then there's text. There is this postulette that I thought this kind of reminded me of my squash and my pumpkins that I have growing out in my garden. And so I just thought that this was kind of goes along with that whole farm theme. And this is a vintage current. So I believe this was like in the 80s. I want to say this was in 86. Okay. So let's talk cards. Okay, lots and lots and lots of cards. Okay, here we go. So Sesame Street, that is farm themed. Some vintage playing cards. This is like a tally card if you were playing bridge. There are 3 different kinds that I have here, so you may not get this exact same one. There's 2 other tally cards that are different designs, but every packet will get a tally card. And then just some old children's cards. Look at that rooster, I love that. And then a little old, this is a vintage memory game piece that's farm themed. Okay, stickers. All right, so I dug into my stash of stickers. Okay, so vintage current stickers. So this is 1980, so there's 2 stickers here. And then this one, oh man, I don't have this one on here. I want to say this one was 81, and you'll get 2 stickers here. So 4 vintage current stickers. And then check these out. So these are old, these aren't stickers, these are seals. And if you went to school in the 70s and 80s, you remember these. So you would have to get these wet and they would stick. And I just happened to have a booklet of these, had 16 pages, so there was enough. And I had not used any of them. So and the original price on these was 19 cents. So like I didn't pay 19 cents, but like whoever I got these from, I think I got them from an estate sale of a teacher. She paid 19 cents for them. So yeah, so there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 6 of these. Okay, so you get a whole page of that. Okay, here's what kicked off the whole farm theme kit. So when I was taking my son down to college, I went into a thrift store, and this was a long time ago. I want to say it was like 2015, 14, I don't know. I picked up these old, I thought they were like car parts. I thought they were books about car parts because it was labeled Ford card parts. But when I started to look in them, I noticed that these were ledgers, and they were farm ledgers, and these farmers were keeping track of their expenses, and they were from the same people because their handwriting is the same in each of the books. There were 3 books, and it went in chronological order. So this was 1954. I think there's a 1953, and then this one was a 1955. Now I think there's, oh yeah, here's a 57 also. So you'll look and you'll see like dog food, this was telephone, insurance. There was one that had like eggs on there, and it would keep track of how ducks, hens, chickens. There was one that eggs sold, so how many eggs sold. So yeah, so in the kit you will get 4 of these size, so 2 of the reds and 2 of the blues, and they will have writing on them. I did pull 1 blank for you, so you could have one that had no writing on it. So 1 will be blank, 3 will have writing on it. Some of them will have writing on the back. They have the original staining. Like, I did not distress these or add anything to them artificial. This is all original age. And then there was a larger book that may or may not have handwriting on. So it was like a book of, it was like a farm manual. So some of the pages had spaces where they wrote things down, and then some of the pages were like how to measure out your crops. Another one was how to, I don't know, like predict how many eggs you were going to be able to take to sell. And so you'll get another page from another book, but it will be this size. So 5 pages of vintage farm, whatever we want to call it, ledgers, I guess. And then this is a little pocket guide, and let me show you what I mean by pocket. So farmers would have these little pocket guides in there, and I remember my grandpa had one of these, and he would just stick it in his pocket on his, like in his shirt, and this is where he would just keep track of things, like if he was going to town to buy feed or something, and so he would keep track of little notes and numbers, and so I have some old ones of these, and what I did was I just opened them up and I pulled the pages out, and so you will get one of these, and it'll be a double page, and you'll either get a green one or you'll get one from this book, which was a white one. Okay, so that's what I got in the kit, except there's one more thing. And so I counted this out, and this was before I added the wrapping paper, and I was up to like 55 items, and that did not include the buttons and everything. So we're looking at about 60 items in this kit, plus your book. But let me show you the last thing. This is what you're going to want to use that yarn for. So I dug into my stash of sewing cards, and I found, this is what drove me to have 14 kits. So I was able to pull 14 farm-ish, and I'm using air quotes here because I kind of had to stretch it a little bit, 14 farm-ish sewing cards. So they're not gonna all look like this. I have 3 that are kind of this nursery rhyme size, and then I have some ones that are really, really old, and then I have some ones that are like flowers or plants, and then I have ones that were actually farm. It came from a set of farm sewing cards, and so each kit will get a sewing card. Some of them already have the yarn in this, and if it is, I left it alone. Those that didn't, I pulled a piece of yarn and put it in your little button container. So yeah, there you go. I'm super, super, super excited. And so the way I will list these, I'll put them in Etsy, and I will have you choose, and I'll probably just put the sewing card with the book, and then that's how you'll choose. And we'll just use the book as the title for the Etsy listing, or how you would choose it. Now, let me show you what books I'm going to be able to put with these kits. Okay, so I've already packaged these up. So this, hopefully you can see, The Animals of Farmer Jones, A Day on the Farm, and I need to see, yeah, this one, yeah. The reason why I'm looking at that is because there's another one that I have to show you about. So there's The Day on the Farm, and this is one that has nothing in it, but I'm gonna have another one of these. And then the Fuzzy Duckling, I have 2 of those. Baby Farm Animals. Wright's Animal Farm. Old MacDonald Had a Farm. Old MacDonald Had a Farm, and this is a brand new little golden book. Here's the other Fuzzy Duckling. This is a cool one. I'd never seen this one before. This is called Puppy on the Farm. I have another baby farm animal, so there'll be 2 of those. This is a really cool one. This is a Whitman book. This is a big telltale book, and this one's called This Pony, and this book is precious. Like, I almost hate selling it, but I know I wouldn't use it, so this little pony. Animals on the Farm. Whoops. And then check this one out. This is a different book. This isn't a little golden book, although it looks like one. This is actually made by John Deere. So this is a storybook made by the John Deere Company. And it's called Corny Corn Picker Finds a Home. And it's in good shape. The very last page has a tear, but it's still a really, really cool book. So if you are interested in tractors, this would be a book that you would definitely love. And then the last one is A Day on the Farm, which I know I already showed you this, but the reason why I want to show you this one is because this has, oh gosh, maybe it doesn't. Okay, never mind, scratch that. It's not A Day on the Farm that I wanted to show you. It's Animals on the Farm. I have two of these. The reason why I'm showing you this is because one of these has stickers from, I'm assuming, Ben, who got this in 1977. He put farm animal stickers throughout the book. And I debated on whether or not to sell this one, but I went ahead and decided yes to sell it, because you could cut these stickers out and you could actually use them in your journaling. And he didn't destroy the book. The book is in great shape, but it's just got these little stickers in here, and I thought that was really cool. And so it's almost like you would be getting extra ephemera because you'd have these little stickers. And so that's the Animals on the Farm. And when I put this one, when I list it, I will put Animals Farm, and then I will make sure I put stickers so you know that it's the one that has all the stickers. Okay guys, I got a huge mess here. So these are my 14 kits. They are farm themed kits. I'm going to have these in my Etsy shop. In fact, if you are watching this video, they are already in my Etsy shop. And so I'm super, super excited to get these guys out to you all. And I hope that you enjoyed them, and I hope that they gave you some inspiration. So check out my Etsy shop if you're interested, and I hope you are healthy, I hope you are happy, and I hope you do something creative today. Bye.